Going in a little bit too hard into Rich's, losing the back end, spinning back across in front of Mark Leach, who with nowhere to go was launched into a series of rolls.
Elio moves to the inside, now to the outside. Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
So Tony Kanaan literally flew.
Och så är det Korpivara. Oj, aj, aj, aj! Oh, vilken rullning! Aj, 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 aj!
This left front tire goes up over the rear of Dean Stoneman. In fact, the front two tires actually came off the ground. The car did, though, plant back out on the racetrack and out of control.
No 19, 2 voltas completadas, Fernando Júnior já tem a volta mais rápida da corrida, aí tem problema. O acidente fortíssimo, Luiz Ribeiro e Marcelo Ran. Seguramente vamos ter o safety car na pista, se é que não teremos a interrupção com bandeira verde.
And check this out, this is one of the biggest incidents I've ever seen.
We've got a slow-mo here. Let's watch what happens here. There's two. He loses coming into two. Back end gets away. Slaps that safer barrier. And then he hangs on for a wild ride here. That's probably the best angle we've had so far.
Wow, c'est pas possible! Un tonneau! Mais c'est pas possible ces pilotes là! Regardez le tonneau de la part de Gustavo Menezes! Il s'est envolé dans la ligne droite! Encore un safety car, mais oh là là!
Sì, ha cercato di fare il conto sorpasso che va.
L'uscita!
Magnoni a muro, pesantissimo! Accidenti!
4e position. Oh attention! L'accrochage! Et l'accident terrible! Que s'est-il passé? Que s'est-il passé? Pourquoi Roberto Meri s'est quasiment arrêté?
Liderança da corrida. Lico Kaisermodel vem de quinto para ser o segundo. Cai para terceiro o momento. Bastante gente empreendendo uma largada. Ô, Pedro Piquet. Aí a capotagem espetacular de Pedro Piquet. Uma imagem fortíssima nesse início de prova.
Through the day with only one use.
Whoa, big shot,
but that could be a safety car.
No, that looks like a mechanical failure under braking.
It's a big impact. The McLaren suddenly spared off the road and took the Bentley.
Yellow still at Brands Hatch because of this huge accident. Phil Driver in that Aston Martin riding up the back of a slower GT4 car that itself was trying to pass another slower GT4 car.
Sicuramente può essere dovuto soprattutto a dell'umido che c'è ancora forse all'esterno, è probabile, perché veramente ha fatto un brutto scarto la vettura, ma brutto.
Front puncture possible, yes, definitely there's rubber coming out. I thought it was a rear puncture, but no indeed. Front puncture, unable to steer around the...
He's going to try to snap that car. Oh, and he gets hammered. He gets taken hard there by Tristan.
Scenario, we see an onboard here.
Oh my heavenly days. Fix gets hammered.
Wow, that's a...
This is from Herbert's machine. Tristan, kind of a blind corner, comes up. He's in the groove, doesn't realize there that Fix is just trying to get back on the racetrack.
Oh, he got on the grass on the way in. Complete driver error. See it from a different angle.
What happened there, mate? I cleared the grass on the entry.
Peter Aronson tries to get out of the way, but the leader is blocked. And there's contact, and that is Blomshed. A huge moment off into the barriers. The race-leading car is destroyed.
Dit is niet Robben. Die is... Ja, verschrikkelijk. Het is inderdaad Kongli. Het is Kongli die daar vol op de auto.
Je m'en fais pas pour eux. Voilà, il y a une grosse bagarre. Oh là, oh là là.
Oh, attention! Oh, le crash terrible! Le crash terrible de Sacha Botman! Le crash terrible!
Sempre impegnativa, il semaforo che si spegne e vediamo il via con Mick Schumacher che si va subito ad inserire alle spalle un botto veramente impegnativi, ovviamente da dietro non è possibile accorgersi è molto difficile comunque quando si è lanciati in partenza accorgersi che c'è una monoposto ferma.
Ouais, c'est bien la voiture de Mathieu Jaminet qui est en 6e position avec encore une fois et un nouveau tonneau. 2 tonneaux dans la même course pour Ryan Cullen, l'Irlandais. Alors attention là, ce qu'il faut surtout c'est que...
An open wheel crash and essentially a sedan. I did not expect to see that car upside down on the track and then get over the fence. We have had initial word through that there are no major...
A minor touch, and unless it broke the steering on the Mustang, and I don't think it was wheel to wheel, to be honest, Jeremy, there was the... Oh, well, maybe it was. Yeah. Maybe it was, but it just kicked the car to the right-hand side, and I think that's as much as Paul pinching.
With the inside, Huff trying to come back around the outside so that he gets positioned for the tight turn 6. And then contact into the barriers they go. Norby gets a hit. It is in fact Banani's car that basically almost came through Ted Björk's windscreen.
Oh no! Oh, he actually got unloaded, did he? Yeah.
Wow. Of Chen Wai-am, just up the road ahead there, the darker green car. Big impact, big hit into the wall, and that is a destroyed Audi, which is the barrier. Don't think there was contact, but at very high speed, off the road it went, and has just absolutely decimated. Is called, and that is a very badly damaged Audi. It was sideways, it hit the wall, and he tried to turn away from the next wall, but he just couldn't. It speared it across the road at huge speed. That is a big accident, and Macau has bitten again.
Yeah, it certainly has.
Like a plane crash, and it doesn't make any better viewing a third time from the initial angle. That is just massive. Right, and there's the moment of contact, and there's the wall. He had maybe a second to try and react. You see what it's done, it's almost written off the camera.
Jason here, and let's see if we can get a replay about what happened there, and he's just a little bit over, and I think that's, man, I don't know where that is, but wow, what a wicked crash as he got off the track. It dug that front nose and just go over. Oh man, what a huge incident.
The wall, comes off the wall, just misses the 10 of Tony Kanaan. Unfortunately, Scott Dixon is right there, up and over the front of the car. Car hits on the top of the wall. The safety cell on these cars, guys, I can't tell you how strong they are. An awful accident. But as we saw, Scott Dixon right there, hands away from the steering wheel. We saw him get out, and when we
are going 2, 3, and 4 wide already on lap number 1. Oh, 2 trucks real sideways. Oh, and we've got a truck up and over, a big pirouette. That was a big wreck right now for the always evolving AE now number 75.
Tejano que se quiere prender otra vez en la pelea por el campeonato, lo tocó Muñoz Marchesi, uy, tremendo vuelco, tremenda piña de Muñoz Marchesi, el toque que...
How he got onto the grass, and by keeping his foot in, rather than lifting and edging back towards the road, the car broke away, and kerthunk into the wall he goes, gets launched, crash lands back to earth, and it was that sort of nosedive into the ground, I think.
38 на 691 тысячные секунды. Это чуть-чуть помедленнее.
У Александра Мурашко авария, переворачивается раз, два, три, четыре. Очень серьезная авария. Потерял
машину.
Да,
сейчас у нас будет автомобиль безопасности.
Consente al pilota bresciano di passare, poi due, no, beh, adesso no. Adesso no. Questa è stata una cosa brutta. Di nuovo.
Amaury Richard de passer. Xavier Guionnet également la touchette. Entre les deux et l'accident. Oh, le crash. L'accident très violent entre Xavier Guionnet et Sylvain Pussier à 2 minutes 30.
So Jamie running in 10th place, Magnus in 11th, Thomas Hall. Oh my goodness me! That is a huge accident, that without question. We've got green flags after.
What a jump by Power. Pagano having trouble in the back. Guys are bailing through the chicane. Where will they come out? Oh, no! Dixon. That's no good. Dixon's in the middle of that. Car upside down. Andretti, I think.
Scott Dixon is in the middle of that mess. No, it's not. Just in time.
And speaking of bad sound, Alexander had a massive moment. He couldn't catch it. And we've got another rollover. That's a big one.
And that's for Cedars.
Bit of tarmac, wasn't it? They came out of the corner.
It'll be on the exit.
Yeah, there's the tap, there's the launch, and then it just cartwheels and somersaults and goes over and over and over. That was a huge accident, and Will Burns' car already parked with the damage on the left front.
When we do, as the field has been neutralized, and she had no brakes going into the corkscrew. Holy cow, a huge accident where the car went
way through. Simerson sees it coming, covers him off, can Seal do the up and under, coming into the home straight. They get side by side, there's a touch there, and they both spin off, and it's a big crash for John Seal and Simerson. Seal goes...
And those sort of pickups and fieldings that you get from the driver's seat are pretty important.
Big moment here for Aaron Cameron. We'll go to Cam in a moment. He's had a big moment. He's rolled into the gravel trap. And Aaron Cameron, for the second time this year.
Tudo para ganhar a sexta posição, e agora o problema é do Paludo. Lado a lado com o Azevedo. E aí é problema. Sai dando giros pelo ar o carro número 88 do Eduardo Rocha Azevedo. No toque lateral.
See the innocent party coming out, and it's going to get the center of the car. Fiberglass just tearing away from the 29 of Grant Thompson.
Happened. So he's coming through the traction challenge section. Oh, look at that! It's one of the biggest accidents of the season.
What happened? So she's going down, takes a bit too much of the rear end. It just slides round, and as you say, fairly innocuous, but a really big crash. She goes over on the side, then over front to back as well. My word, I am so sorry for that team.
Advantage going to Erica Enders. Oh, Jeremy Ray on his lid. Jeremy Ray hard into the right side wall, and Jeremy Ray is back on four wheels and across the track into the left side wall. Oh my goodness, Jeremy.
One of the most telling shots ever. You couldn't actually see the impact. All you could see were the parts getting thrown around. Wham!
And just hit the fence there where there's the gap for the marshals to jump out. And then smashed its way.
Tremendo, el auto salió hacia afuera, vimos en el momento exacto en que le daba el muro, el auto está con las cuatro ruedas para arriba.
happened to Alex Peroni. Oh my goodness me. That is a horrific sight. Very serious crash for Alexander.
This car coming now, I think it's Lucky Kera, but unsighted. It's one of the worst things that can ever happen to you as a driver. Sat there, look, there's the rotation. He stops, he's on the brakes hard, which you would do, but he's given Nathan Heathcote a clip who goes into the rector cell. But look, as you come through that chicane, it's a brow, but you've got a car in front of you, hits the brakes like as hard as he can to slow down, but then gets hit again by Colin White. And I've got to...
41 vehicles were at the start, but only one image sticks out from the finish. It was an almighty crash, but thankfully no one was injured. Dominic Lohr, current leader, and Sergei Kuprin.
ไดแยมก็บอกผมต้องมีส่วนเกี่ยวข้องแน่นอนเอ้าเชนอันมีปัญหาครับโอ้โหรถหลุดขึ้นไปนะฮะโอ้โหหลุดออกไปครับทุกจุดนะฮะกรรมการ
Let's check in with them down there with Brian.
Yeah, he was pretty upset and said he didn't have anything to say, but there was some damage to that right side, and I think.
In diretta molto bene Ivan Tramontozzi, che è entrato subito in circolo. Si toccano.
Mamma mia! Un contatto con.
Oh no, high speed off for Butcher and rolls over. Hopefully no one else hits it.
One was not okay. Sarah Moore loses it first of all. No grip at this stage, and I warn you, this is nasty. That is absolutely horrific. That is a horrible accident.
Und hier sehen wir, wie es dazu kam. Kontakt mit einem Ferrari. Ein Überschlag des Toyotas und dann natürlich auch noch der Ferrari, der geht auch noch auf den Kopf. Ein Riesenunfall hier.
He just braked and Mark then rode over the back of him, got in the air, and once the air gets underneath the car like that, it's a horrible sensation.